Well, tonight on Economics Unbound, we'll be looking at white-collar crime. But to get more on this, I'm now joined by Thandeka Gqubule-Mbeki. She joins us in studio to give us more information. Very good evening to you. Thank you very much for your time. White-collar crime.
Yes, Chantal, you know, when you think of crime, you normally think of a bloodied victim, you think of a grubby perpetrator, but these kind of crimes are committed by men and women in silk suits and very polished crimes, very skillful crimes. We're looking at crimes like insider trading, racketeering, money laundering, illicit flows of money out of the country, the use of tax havens, Ponzi schemes. You know, Ponzi schemes are my worst. That's where you encourage people to recruit other people to invest in a scheme in order to pay up old members, and it's doomed because it'll inevitably collapse. And Charles Ponzi, after whom they were named, was a famous con man in the 1920s, and he ran off with many people's money.
Yeah, and these crimes seem to be somewhat overlooked as well.
Yes, but the recent police statistics and PwC say that there is a spike in white-collar crime, and we look into whether South Africa has the skills and the intellectual capacity to actually prosecute these crimes and investigate them thoroughly. Because imagine a crime committed by an actuary or an accountant or a CFO of a major listed entity. It must be difficult for my brother, the ordinary cop, to apprehend.
But more importantly, about naming and shaming these perpetrators. I mean, you know, you see some of these headlines that kind of just miss the boat sometimes. But if we would really focus and name and shame these perpetrators, then I'm sure prosecution would change.
With an emphasis on shaming, because we tend to glamorize the big robber barons, and we tend to give them a certain shady air of glamour, which is really unfortunate, because these are not crimes without victims. Society, institutions, families, and indeed individuals and corporations, and the entire economy suffers.
Definitely. We thank you very much for giving us more insight. Economics Unbound coming up tonight.